could just do the whole video with my hand in my hair.
How's that for an intro?
Including that, I don't know how
I don't know if we're including
I was
that.
all prepared to say something really clever, but now I'm really thrown. Anyway, let's just jump into. This is your Zanadu Comics team, and welcome to Comics That Should Smell Good. Let's just hope that what he was talking about before smells good. We are coming
Not
out.
really,
Okay. The Convergence is winding down. The Secret Wars is winding up. So torn between two crossovers from rival companies.
It's
a lot of
obviously
fun.
taking a toll on us.
A lot of good books. We're hanging on in there. Convergence. This is the issue 7, the penultimate, which means next to the last for all you nice little English adjective word there. This is the big thing. It's Earth 2 survivors. It's Red Sun Superman fighting against Demos, and when it's all done, next month there's going to be one DC reality until they decide to do a multiverse.
Yeah,
But
unless
anyway,
they're like with
Yeah.
52, where they're like, there's no more multiverse
Right.
except for these 52
except for
words.
the 52 words. So anyway, a lot of fun, a bunch of different characters from all over the place in one big fight, and that leads us to a bunch of other tie-in issues, including
What I've got for you here, Convergence Hawkman by Jeff Parker, I guess? Someone Parker. Yeah,
Jeff
sure,
Parker.
let's say Jeff.
Yeah.
And Tim Truman, featuring a preview of Grayson by the same people who've been doing Grayson this whole time.
What's old is new again. The Flash, #2, Federico De Alico, Dan Abnett, bringing you more adventures of Barry Allen, this time featuring the Superman from Stan Lee's Just Imagine Stan Lee universe. And in the backup we have, dun dun dun, the Suicide Squad, featuring Harley Quinn, everyone's favorite character, by Sean Ryan and Fleet Briones.
I still would like to know, why is Aquaman, why did he lead Justice League Detroit in a cave in the middle of the country and he's like the king of the oceans? But anyway,
That's a really good
someone
point.
please email us and write in.
How can he stay alive?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna have, like I said, it's got to be the lakes around Detroit or the Great Lakes. He's
guess.
the king of the Great Lakes instead of the Seven Seas.
Anyway, I thought there was the Great Lakes Avengers. Oh,
see,
it's the wrong company.
That is amalgam. That's next summer. Okay, we're gonna bring that back together. Anyway, if you miss the original Vibe and Gypsy and I don't know what the
All
heck
those other losers?
all those other guys. Now I love Vixen. She rocked. But this is the Justice League Detroit area in an all-new adventure tied to Convergence with some. I like the art by Chris Cross.
Oh yeah, Chris
And
Cross.
Chris Cross
And
is
I
cool.
like Vixen, but I don't like I don't understand why Aquaman's in Detroit. And
Can't
that's
get past
it.
over it.
I can't
And
get
that's
past
it.
it. There
Yep.
you go.
Well, I'm wondering why there
true.
aren't more Dalmatians in my comics. Specifically, gigantic mutated Dalmatians being ridden by knights and with armor and ray guns. In the
Atomic
Legion of
Knights.
Superheroes and Superboy, Convergence #2. Stuart Moore, Peter Gross, Giant Dalmatians. And a preview of Teen Titans by Will Pfeiffer and Kenneth Rocafort, just like it is now.
Oh.
And similarly awesome things found in the Wasteland. Beastmen and Commandy join The Adventures of Superman by Marv Wolfman, Roberto Villacava, and it features a backup of Martian Manhunter once again, asking the question, do more Martians exist on Earth?
Ooh. This is a cool Wonder Woman story because it's a Bat Joker. Kind of like the Man Bat, but it's Bat Joker. Larry Hammond, Aaron Lopresti. Larry Hammond, who wrote a killer Wolverine and G.I. Joe back in the day, he writes this really cool thing with the Weird Society of Bat People versus Wonder Woman. And there is a preview of Secret Six by the current team of Gail Simone and Dale Eaglesham.
Yes.
That
So
will
pretty.
continue.
So glad to see Eaglesham back on that book.
If you haven't picked up on yet, there is in almost all the Convergence books, there is a little preview. It's a new story of all the new books that are coming out in June.
Right, and my next one is Swamp Thing #2 by Swamp Thing creator Len Wein and Kelly Jones, where he fights Vampire Batman. Because he can't let
What
Joker
else
have all
is-
the vampire fun.
Why not?
What else does Kelly Jones draw?
Yeah, right? And it's got a preview of Catwoman by current writer Genevieve Valentine and new artist David Messina.
And my final Convergence pick, Batman and the Outsiders, Mark and Draco, Carlos Deanda, featuring the most awesome O.M.A.K., who spends most of his time screaming at things and breaking stuff in this comic, which is truly how it should be. And there is a backup of the Batman Beyond with a nice surprise in this little bit by Dan Jurgens and Mr. Bernard Chang.
The way it was, the way it should be, and the way it should always be when it comes to the Titans. Marv Wolfman riding the Titans, Nightwing with his cool little yellow disco thing, he's in love with Starfire, Wonder Girl in a red jumpsuit, and I love this. This is the era of Teen Titans that I grew up with as a kid. I love it. It's cool to see them back in action with Nicholas Scott doing gorgeous art.
Actually really
Beast
nice.
Boy, Jericho, Terra, and inside is a preview of probably my number 2 most excited new book from DC, which is Robin, Son of Batman, which picks up the story of Damian, written and drawn by Patrick Gleason. It's my number 2. Can you guess what number 1 is?
Batman.
No. We Are Robin.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
excited
That's out
about
of
We Are
left
Robin.
field.
Yeah,
We Are Robin,
all right,
Grayson.
all right.
I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
Continue on. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yes, I am going to put an end to Convergence for this week with Green Lantern Corps number 2 by I actually have no idea who that guy is. Someone. I can't find the credits page for this thing.
They're
But
at
it's
the
got
end.
a preview of the new season of Gotham Academy by writers Becky Clune and Brendan Fletcher, joined by artist Mingju Helen Chen. Which
Carl Kirsch's
got
on
a really
that?
awesome animated, like, painterly feel to
Whoa,
it.
look at
Looks
that.
really nice.
I'm kind of
Oh,
sad
there's unicorns.
Carl Kerschel's not there, but that's still really nice. Very nice. Cool. Well,
Right.
that is week 7. Can you feel it? You're so close to the end. You're like, you know,
Finish
your
line's
wallet's
right
hurting
there.
a little bit. You're getting close. Speaking of other things that might hurt your wallet, there have actually been a bunch of good movies lately. One of them, Mad Max. Oh yes, George Miller, along with a whole host of people, bring to you Mad Max, short stories from the wasteland in the comics, stuff you will not see in the movie. If you saw the movie and you did not get enough barbarian blood and action in the wasteland, we have this. Yes, and there's an art book as well for comic creators doing stuff that came out about a week or 2 ago. So get your Mad Max on.
That was the second movie ever in my life that was 3D that I actually moved my head.
Literally, it's like coming out.
I felt like it moved, and there was a moment, you may know what it was, is I literally like, oh! So, George Miller, you made me feel it right here. So my first book for Marvel pick, this is A-Force. This picks up in Secret Wars. Basically, the Marvel universe, all the universes have been destroyed, and there's Battle World. It's this patchwork planet that's been put together, made up of different realms based on different storylines. And there, once upon a time, there's a place called Arcadia, and it is a cool little place because it's got an awesome team of all-female Avengers leading it. Here's the thing, what I love: She-Hulk as the team leader. It's awesome. Jennifer is getting the power and authority she deserves. It's an awesome team. It's not just all the ones on your cover, but it's a lot of cool characters from all different realms. And something really cool happens. Actually, it's kind of tragic. It's really cool when they fight off this kind of invader, but it has consequences with the new person who is the ruler of this realm. I don't want to give it away, but it's really awesome and kind of ominous. And it sets the stage. Like, it's very, the whole Secret Wars thing is very kind of like Game of Thrones meets Dune meets feudal society with all kinds of Marvel crazy cosmicness in it. But this is really good. It's Seattle's own G. Willow Wilson and Marguerite Bennett working on this with art by Jorge Molina. I said that softly because I was trying to remember the name. As I said it. Continue.
Might as well throw some more Secret Wars at you here. We've got under the Battle World banner once more, Ultimate End, number 1. This is kind of a nostalgia thing for me personally. Ultimate Spider-Man was the very first comic I ever had a subscription to, and this sees the team that created that book, Brian Michael Bendis, Mark Bagley, finally putting an end to the Ultimate Universe. After like 5 different events that claimed to put an end to the Ultimate Universe. And this also seems to be one of the only places you'll actually be able to find the main Marvel Universe characters. So they're both occupying New York on the Battle World map. And that cannot go well.
No. I'm gonna veer away a little bit from
How dare
the
you.
Marvel. I know, I'm sorry. I'll be back with the Marvel in a minute. Bringing you Dream Fossil, a collection of 15 short stories by renowned manga artist and director Satoshi Kon, known for such things as Millennium Actress, Perfect Blue, Tokyo Godfathers. He died a few years back, and they've been slowly reprinting all of his stories. He apprenticed under Atomo, so his stuff has got that really nice 80s Atomo vibe. And there's 15 stories in here, all published between the early 80s, mid 80s. That very kind of like dreamlike interpersonal relationships with people in Japan, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So yes, if you were digging those movies, more excellent manga for you.
Another crazy Secret Wars tie-in issue. Remember how I was doing the whole Game of Thrones reference? You know when they're like above the wall with all the wildlings and the crazy and the giants are? Imagine that, but it's full of Hulks.
Hulks!
And that's kind of Greenland, which is the crazy place up above. But there is a warrior named Steve Rogers, Captain America, as you may not have seen him before, and he's got Devil Dinosaur, and this is a double shot actually. So it's him dealing with all the crazy world of the rampaging Hulks of every kind of Hulk. If you want any kind of Hulk you've ever wanted, you may actually find it in here.
Hulk Hogan Hulk. Yes.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan Hulk. I'm not joking. I'm really not.
I didn't look through that one yet. And then there's also a double feature with Dr. Bruce Banner and Amadeus Cho, who's one of the coolest characters. And just a quick side note, who now hopes that in Avengers 3 we have Amadeus Cho, because the science lady was Dr. Helen Cho.
Please.
Oh, man, there you go.
Can we please have Amadeus Cho in Avengers 3
yes.
or Iron Man 4?
Whatever the hell it is.
Whatever happens next.
Alright, and I'm going to jump over to Dark Horse here for the second issue of the amazing Archie vs. Predator. I was kind of worried about the first issue. I was like, okay, so you know I really trust Alex DeCampi, this Fernando Ruiz guy. He seems like an experienced Archie artist, but like, come on. That could end up being the corniest thing in the world. And I was so wrong. I was so wrong. It was amazing. Just nothing but 20 pages of all the Archie gang being horrible to each other and getting murdered in horrible ways.
It's
just
comic.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Totally beautiful. And definitely continues in that same fashion this issue. That is not burger juice on the ground right now.
In my final pick for the week, Shang-Chi! Master of Kung Fu is back, that's right, by Hayden Blackman, Dalibor Talajic, Gordon Saduska, who, all of these people who have just butchered their names, and Miroslav Merva,
That was pretty good.
Amazing artists have been doing the Outlaw Nation, and I forget what Talajic did recently, but this sees Shang-Chi kind of drunk, kind of, you know, talking to his dog. He's kind of disheveled a little bit, and then, you know, he kicks fire in front of people's faces because he's Shang-Chi still. That's right. But this looks really fun, tying into the Battle World thing. I don't pretend to know what, you know, place he's in the Battle World, but I'm sure he will kick ass wherever he goes.
I know, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to embarrass myself like that.
Because you do know.
Is it my turn?
I think so.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just caught up in the battle world here. Speaking of which, have you heard about Secret Wars? You know there's a lot of tie-ins?
Yeah, there's some tie-ins.
Well, this is kind of cool. They've recruited a lot of different writers and artists to do kind of just... It's just crazy. Anything literally is possible. And you're going to meet in this issue, a double shot of, you'll meet Frank Castle, the Soldier Supreme. You have to see it to believe it.
So cool.
Pretty much Frank Castle with the cloak and the Eye of Agamotto. He is a supernatural avenger of evil. And then there's a whole mess of M.O.D.O.K.s in the second issue. In fact, I think there's a lot of M.O.D.O.K. in this whole companion
There's probably
series.
more M.O.D.O.K. than you can freaking shake
More
a
M.O.D.O.K.
stick
than
at.
you can handle.
Yeah.
And who wants M.O.D.O.K. in a Marvel movie? Thank you very
You already
much.
have Hydra.
Please.
Why not?
Where's Aiden? I want my bucket heads.
Well, AIM was in Iron Man 3, bro. Just
Iron
like
Man
the
3?
Mandarin,
Dude,
bro.
well, whatever, brah. Alright, God. Block that crap out of my mind.
Alright, and we're gonna go all the way over to Boom Studios for a bit of nostalgia here with Kill Strike. What do you mean you don't remember Kill Strike? He was over there with all the other huge, burly, bullet-covered, pouch-laden heroes of the 90s.
Like Bloodstrike?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, cool.
Or Kill Pool, or Blood Pool, or any of those people, really. No, he doesn't actually exist. He's a fictitious creation of Max Bemis and Logan Faerber in this story about a man who finds out that his old, discarded comic is now worth millions of dollars, climbs into his attic to find it so he can sell it and get rich, when, you know, all of a sudden the main character from it emerges out of the comic and becomes his new life coach. Like those things happen.
The weirder things have happened.
Yeah. It's the first of a 4-issue series, and it is really, really, really fun looking. It pokes a lot of fun at the old 90s comics tropes.
My final book of the week. The Force is with Jason Aaron and John Cassaday because just this cover is enough to make me buy this book. When you go in, Boba Fett in Mos Eisley Cafe, a whole mess of Greedos, and other big old monsters. That's all you need to know. That's all I need is Boba Fett in Old Tatooine kicking all kinds of gangster ass on Mos Eisley Cafe. But there's also lots of cool stuff with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and all that other people, and a lot of Han Solo in this too.
And if you're done there, I have got one final pick for you here from Dark Horse, an original graphic novel from underground cartoon genius Andrew McLean, the man responsible for Headlopper, which if you don't own it is like the #1 barbarian comic right now. Like, move over, Conan. Norgal is the best. But this is Apocalyptigirl, an aria for the end times. Seeing a badass girl with a cat wandering the wastes, finding giant robots, fighting scavengers with guns, cutting people's heads in half. 88 pages of all original, hand-drawn, hand-colored, beautiful comics. I don't really know what more you want.
There's an Akira bike. There's a Kaneda bike. Yeah.
And it's $10.
It's $10. Yeah. We only got 3. They're gonna go fast. Yeah. Yeah, they're already gone. Cool. Well, I think that's about it. This is gonna be Mr. Will's last video for a couple of weeks, so we're gonna miss you, Will. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know how we're gonna survive Convergence without you, man.
Next week? Oh man, you know what? We're not doing Convergence next week because Will's not here. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gone next week. But Secret Wars will be back. And we have a whole section here. They call it the Secret Wars Battle Plan. It's all these classic, awesome stories from all different kinds of Marvel worlds that kind of set the stage. So come and get some old school stuff to go with this new stuff, which is a cool mash. Have a happy Memorial Day. I will see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Thank you all for watching.
Peace.
Later.
And they should smell good.